Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luke of Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And today we're going to talk some Nightwing 75. And some new things came up. One of them's Nightwing, one of them's not Nightwing, but I think Kristen's still going to be kind of interested in how something ended. That rascal Damien, that's all I'll say.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm here for it, but I'm afraid he's going to mess it up. So.
Damien or the writer or what?
Well, maybe both. Maybe both. I don't know.
Okay, I guess go ahead. Stop leaving us in suspense, Phil.
All right. Well, first I'll just mention real quick, because, I mean, he wasn't in it a ton, but Detective Comics 1054. Remember, Dick was under Psycho Pirate's control. Basically spends this issue breaking free of that control and, like, getting the upper hand on Psycho Pirate, but then all heck's breaking loose down below in the tower. So
okay,
but
so that one's still ongoing. It's not quite done yet.
Yeah, no, it's still weekly. So I think it might be through March. But yes, kids, don't worry about Dick. He got the upper hand on Psycho Pirate. So.
All right, but is that how it ends? Like, is that how Nightwing's part ends? Him holding Psycho Pirate by the shirt?
Well, last we see him, he's calling like Barbara and Spikes is saying, yeah, Psycho Pirate was, controlling everybody and.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So it looks like things are moving in a positive direction.
Yes. All right. Let's get to the big one of the last week. Robin number 11. It kind of wrapped up his whole thing on that, the whole Fight Club thing on that island, and
where he's fighting Tad.
Yeah, and Ra's al Ghul shows up, Talia shows up, Ra's al Ghul's mother shows up.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that? I mean, this is the first time she's ever appeared, right? I mean, obviously we know he had a mother, but I thought she was dead.
Well, I guess she's another immortal, but yeah, she's even wackier than Ra's. She just wants to basically wants to burn the planet and start over.
Burn the whole planet, you said?
Pretty much, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's her behind Damien. Let's see, I got a good shot.
Wow. Okay.
But
so that's Damien's great grandma.
Pretty much, yes. Yep.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, this whole storyline, like his whole book so far, and Task Force Z, where Jason's been hanging out. They've been doing a lot with Lazarus resin. Like Task Force Z is where Jason Todd's been leading a bunch of dead villains who are basically zombified thanks to like partial doses of Lazarus resin.
Okay.
And this whole island's like sitting on a Lazarus pit or whatever. So.
Oh, so it's not. They haven't all been done by the ghouls.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. All right.
Okay.
All right. So at the end of this issue, we see Damien has. Well, first he said he's going home, and his basically girlfriend was like, "Oh, you're going to see your father?" He's like, "No." As he's holding a vial of Lazarus resin, he goes, "There's something I have to do."
Oh, snap!
Yes.
So we're gonna get zombie Alfred.
I don't know, unless I think if it gives him enough Lazarus resin, it might resurrect him. But that's what I'm saying.
Like Jason, right? Because now they haven't done that stupid Superboy Pine.
Yeah, I know. So
right? He got revived through the pit. So is Jason less of a zombie than everybody else in Task Force?
No. Jason's normal for Jason. I mean, he's not like a zombie. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, and Task Force Z, they're only zombies because they're only giving them like partial doses of the they're not giving them the full treatment. So it's basically like a Suicide Squad with zombies. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So yes, kids, for those of you who don't watch the video, shame on you. But spoilers. It was Alfred's tombstone. So yeah, I hope they don't mess that up. And don't tease us. Bring Alfred back. Been waiting for this.
I think Alfred will probably let Dick keep the money though, because clearly Alfred doesn't really need it. That's why he had I'm not sure. We never know exactly. Is it just $1 billion? I mean, not like just $1 billion. I don't know. It's a lot of money.
I get it. If he needs money.
And he got it by not spending money.
Yeah, and if he needs money, he can, Dick can put him in charge, that foundation.
That you can give him an annuity.
Exactly. Would it be possible without you? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't think Alfred would come back from the dead and be like, "Oh, you're doing all this great stuff with my money. I want it back." That wouldn't be the Alfred Pennyworth way.
Oh no, it'd be like, "Oh my God, one of you actually did something good with this money. You didn't like dig a hole in the ground and fill it with cars and weapons. Oh, cool."
Yeah, exactly. That's exciting.
Getting better than Batman.
Yeah. Well, they haven't really. I saw that. It just hinted that. Like 90 and 91 are the Flash, and then it said something about 92 with like, it's tricky for Melinda trying to play both sides, and that.
Oh yeah, remember her who we haven't seen in like 10 issues.
Yeah, and then that Nightwing and Oracle try to figure out their relationship.
Oh.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, remember that bombshell with sister we dropped and then did nothing with for the last like 10, 12 issues?
Well, then what? Hero?
Damn you, Fear State.
Yeah, Fear State, thank you. I was like, that thing interrupted. Yep.
Stupid thing. Okay, yeah, I just pulled up the Nightwing 92, Bludhaven Mayor Melinda Zuko's in trouble, pretending to work for Blockbuster while secretly trying to take him and his gang of criminals down, while also working alongside Dick Grayson to uplift the city. But as his half-sister, sharing the last name of the man who killed his parents, it's ... a lot to juggle. And enough for one to accidentally let slip a secret or two in the wrong company if she's not careful. Meanwhile, Nightwing and Oracle cuddle up and decide to finally define their relationship. Oh God, don't break them up. Come on, Tom Taylor.
Well, so there's nothing in there about Alfred comes and demands his money back. So
no. Oh, yeah. I wonder how long, if we do pay that off, it might be a while. But yes, Nightwing 92, that says May 17th. So that'll be the May 17th issue, kids.
Oh, he's at least a billionaire a couple more months.
Again, Alfred's going to let him keep that money.
Well, of course. And that's why he's giving away. No one needs $1 billion. Looking at you, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and others. That's just ridiculous.
But they need all that money to take their phallic-shaped spaceships to space. Come on.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, yeah. But yes, Tom Taylor, do not break one. Again, come talk to us. And two, don't break them up, please. I was getting greedy. I was just trying to see if the June issue of Nightwing was up.
I don't think so. I think they just uploaded the May one.
Oh. Yeah, no. The only 93 I'm seeing is Devin's issue. Yeah. Oh, this might
all far in advance.
coming in June, the best issue of the best Nightwing 93 we've ever had, because we only had one other Nightwing 93, and that was.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, so long as there's yeah.
No offense, Devin, but yeah.
Her 93 was a rough one.
I did reach out to her and ask her if she wanted to join us tonight for 75, but she had a previous commitment, so
No worries.
I said maybe another time. Although I think it's from the sounds of it, if we ever have questions, we can always email her, and if nothing else, I think we might get an emailed response back. So
yeah. Probs.
Why'd you hurt a boy? All right, so hold on, I gotta open the app. But do you want to get the Nightwing 75?
Let's do it.
The oversized Nightwing 75.
Yep.
Yay. And we won't even get into everyone's speculating now because Lex Luthor's running around in a bat suit, but
oh, is he?
In the regular Batman book, you know, he's the whole Bruce and the Batman Inc. thing. Yeah, Lex is running around in a bat suit, so you know all the speculations like, oh, is he going to be Batman after when Bruce dies?
Whatever. Sometimes it's handy to read a smaller number of comics rather than a larger number of comics.
But it's just like we've done this already. I mean, for a while there, what was it, around 2016 or 2017? He was running around in a suit trying to be Superman. Come on.
I mean, Lex is never satisfied, so
identity theft.
I want him to run around trying to be Wonder Woman. That's next.
Oh, identity theft is not a joke, Lex.
Also, that would be really mean for Damian to bring Alfred back just for Bruce to then be dead. Like, man, poor Alfred. That would suck.
Once again, he's not going to stay dead.
I know, but still.
I know.
I'd be ticked if I were Alfred. I'd be like, you brought me back just for my son to be dead again? Thanks a lot.
So I said, I wonder how long it's going to take to pay that off, because there's no hint in any of the solicits. I don't think yet, because the minute there's the slightest whiff of a rumor, they're going to be like, Alfred Pennyworth returns. And
yeah, well, maybe they're going to drag it out. Because there's supposed to be some sort of crossover that Robin's a part of with Deathstroke.
I think it's that War for Earth 3, I believe.
No, I think this is a different one. That's
yeah. I'm trying to remember. Is it Deathstroke tries to kill Talia or something? And
I think it's that Deathstroke kills Raish.
Oh, yeah, because
it's Shadow War.
Oh yeah. I remember hearing about that.
So, yeah, so maybe that has to happen before night. Whatever, let's move on to Nightwing 75.
Yes. And Lilith is still convinced that Slade Wilson is actually Damian's father.
Oh, instead of Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
That'd be exciting.
Explain a few things. All right, so this is Nightwing 75 from cover date is January 2003.
19 years. Oof.
We open up on a couple black and white pages. So it's in the past, kids.
That's right.
Batman and Robin on a rooftop.
Yes, you know what's the best thing in the whole wide world? This. Oh. It's so cute. Aww.
And a young, naive young boy says, "What are we going to do once we finally get rid of all the criminals and everything? Move to another city?"
Batman's like, I don't think you have to worry about that, Robin.
So we'll just keep staying in Gotham and keep doing this right forever and ever?
Batman says, as long as it's effective and feasible.
I just want a kid once they hear.
Right, like I said, forever.
And I love that all of a sudden, he's in the cave with Bruce. And he's just like, thinking back, all I can think of now is I'm not sure anything Batman does is feasible.
But it's all effective. So at least it's got half of it.
Yes. So yeah, I guess he came to Bruce for information on Mayor Avers.
Yep. And he gets a printout. That's so 2003.
I know what you do, rip the sides off it.
It's practically what it seems like compared to now, huh?
Exactly.
And then Bruce is like, when are you going to quit? He's like,
Yeah, because he's like, you got enough for a prosecution. He's like, well, arbitration has already started, and we've got a good district attorney. Between this and Mary's journal, I think we finally got some sustainable charges. Sorry. Yeah, Bruce, when are you gonna turn in your gun and badge? Not you broke the case. You don't need to be a cop anymore.
Well, I mean, he is going to end up turning in his badge soon.
Well, yeah, really not gonna have a choice. But he's like, yeah, soon.
Right, and of course, this is something that's, easier now that I know what happens. But looking back, so then the next page, when he's chasing that person, the guy who stole that woman's purse,
Yep.
and how he, jumps over the trash cans and grabs the
Fire escape
and kind of flips over and stuff. Yeah, this is definitely going to be factoring in, I think, to Amy figuring it out, because she's like, you would never guess this guy was sick for a week. And she's probably starting to think, okay, man, Grayson is really good at these tricks and stuff. And like,
Yeah, but I don't think she
wasn't really sick for a week.
Well, I don't think she sees him do the flip into, she comes around the corner, he's already cuffing the guy. So nothing else, she thinks he ran the guy down, but
right. Yeah, all right. So maybe she didn't see the flip. But I think this is probably something that she tucks away and is more evidence for her when she starts getting you wouldn't assume, oh, he's Nightwing based on just this. But when she gets a couple other things.
Yeah.
This is definitely something.
So then we see the interrogation. Commander Michaelmas.
Yeah. Do we really... I feel like some of the other people before weren't like that well defined. Like we didn't really...
Yeah, no.
Whatever. So yeah, and clearly... this guy has anger management issues.
Well, they're basically asking him. They're like, who are you working for? What are you talking about? It's like, well, if someone was going to sign your stuff, who would that be? Who do you answer to?
And then he freaks out.
Yeah.
It's like, we get our hands on the red. You'll know. Like, okay, calm down, dude. Calm down.
Then we see him talking to Malloy and that other guy.
Yep, and he's saying you can't go out without your vest. Which seems like good advice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, especially in Bludhaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other one guy's like, I forgot mine. You think I could skip it? Yeah, Dick's like, the criminal element will see this as a chance to assert themselves.
Yep. Then he's packing up and talking to Barbara. What do you think ESU stands for? Something unit?
I think it is. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, wow. Wait, where does it say ESU?
Oh, when he's talking to Barbara. Apparently a couple of the ESU guys are refusing to go in for questioning. Let me Google it.
No, it can't be East Stroudsburg University of Pennsylvania. No.
All right, I'm looking up ESU police meaning. Oh, emergency service unit. Okay.
There you go.
So it is a real thing. It's not just a comic book thing.
My phone knows me though. I typed in ESU and it's Google was like, "Do you mean Eskrima sticks?"
Like, not this time.
Dude. Did I hear you talking about Dick Grayson? So yeah, like you said, two of them were barricaded in there with a stockpile.
And they don't know what, but they will soon.
And Barbara's like, "Think Blockbuster supplying him?" Like, "Oh great, just what I need, a Bludhaven Police Department Blockbuster team up."
And then it'll come full circle. She says, "What you need is sleep."
Don't worry, Dick. It's 2000. It's early 2003. Pretty soon, Blockbuster's going to be out of business.
Yeah, but he won't be getting any more sleep.
Ooh.
I mean,
Get it? Out of business? It's going to that big rewind bin in the sky.
Dang, yeah, it is. All right, so he's chatting with Amy. Looking very early 2000s there in his outfit.
Yes. But yeah, he's talking to Amy, and she's like, she feels weird about the whole thing. He's like, "What?" And he's like, "Mary said we could use the journal." And she's like, No, that's how I came by it. The whole vigilante thing. Yeah. I don't know, Dick. It's just, you should have seen this guy. He was Mr. Confident, completely convinced he's one of the good guys. And he seems sincere enough, but how do I know what he really does out there? He's not accountable to anyone, not even the law.
It's true. I mean, there is that issue of being a vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a flashback again where... Yeah, and this is one thing, I mean, I get it, but also I don't get it. Which is, I understand Bruce wants to keep, that was why he, cultivates the goofy playboy attitude. But as soon as you take a kid in, then you have a great reason to drop it without people being suspicious. I mean, if you take in a kid and then you start having fewer parties and going on fewer dates, people's first reaction isn't going to be, "Does this mean he's secretly Batman?" They're going to think, "Oh, that's a responsible thing to do now that you're taking care of a foster kid."
I don't think he completely dropped it, but he kind of shifted it. It kind of went from, he almost seemed like a sleazy playboy, but then once he takes Dick in, I think he cultivated more of the, "Oh, I'm such an airhead. Oh my Lord."
Right, but I'm just saying, in this one, she's saying he's seen 18 female guests and 7 bachelor parties, and it feels like, okay, Bruce should have unless that lady's exaggerating, he should have toned it down.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's just the tabloids or something.
Yeah.
And yes,
but yes, then we get, because Bruce says, "Don't worry, Dick, nothing is impassable. There's always a way around." So it's like, oh.
And speaking of bringing the conversation back, Bruce is like, "Oh yes, and I'll also have the help of the man who helped raise me." And the lawyer's like, he's talking about his butler.
I know, and she tries to say that doesn't count. Ouch! She does not know Alfred clearly.
But yeah, Dick's all upset, but then Bruce is like, "Don't worry, I promise you, everything will be all right. Dick, remember, nothing is impassable. There's always a way around, especially when you have money, kids."
Yeah, that is true.
We need the money. Gimme.
That's what I'm waiting. I was waiting for him to say, "No, don't worry, Dick. We'll just bribe him. Don't worry."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that this is kind of supposed to be a Dick's thinking about it more because it's a reference to being a vigilante. But yeah, Bruce does not need to be a vigilante to think like that. He just needs money, of which he has more than enough at this point. I mean, let's be real. Even now, he still has enough money that he can.
Yes,
it's not like he became destitute.
No, he maybe only has what, a couple million now.
Oh, only a couple million. Well,
yeah,
practically a little beggar.
Just enough to live in a brownstone and have multiple bat caves in the sewer and doesn't have to work. Oh
no, poor Bruce.
How poor is he? Oh.
I know, Bruce Wayne's poor is richer than we'll ever be put together, Phil.
Exactly. Then Amy gets called in and Dick's talking to Detective Ed. But he's like, "Yeah, if we don't get Michael Miss and his cronies criminally prosecuted this time, it's never going to happen." Dick's like, yeah, well, glad you went on the record. Doesn't look like they're going to call me today, so I'm going to take off. I've got a pretty busy night ahead of me.
There he is on some roof.
Yep. Well, wait, was that his roof? Because it looks like he's holding open a skylight, but then he's jumping off the roof. So I'm wondering if he's leaving his apartment, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I was thinking he packed his Nightwing stuff in that backpack.
That's what I thought, but it's like we've never seen a skylight either in his place. I don't think.
Yeah, so I don't know where he is.
Unless he just went to. Does the courthouse have a?
Yeah, I mean that seems like a weird thing for a courthouse to have a skylight. So I don't know.
So yeah, he's swinging around thinking about how her Amy's words haunted him. I've always taken for granted I'm fighting the good fight. I guess mostly due to my faith in Batman.
I feel like that adequately sums up the DC universe during a lot of its history. Like, oh, Batman's doing it; it must be okay.
Yes.
And sometimes that can get a little annoying.
Oh, stay tuned, kids. Next week, by the time we talk next week, I'll have seen the Batman movie.
Yeah, are we gonna talk on Wednesday?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see it on Monday. So.
Oh, so we both may have thoughts on that.
Remember, I tell you, one of my thoughts is probably gonna be 3 hours. Are you for real?
I was gonna say block out 3 hours. Like I said, I mean, at least they give like some space because you got Catwoman in there, you got Penguin in there, you got Riddler in there, so at least they're giving a little space before they just like try to throw all these characters in like a 2-hour movie or something.
I feel like though they need to incorporate an intermission into it if it's 3 hours.
Remember what Charlie says: either go to the bathroom before you go in, and either get a bottle or a big bucket that'll be empty later on. So
no, that doesn't really work with women.
I know. Well,
I'm gonna go with my friends so we can rotate through. So there'll always be someone watching the movie so they can fill us in.
What happened? Batman, the rich man punched some more people. Okay.
The rich man punched a poor person. Oh, okay, that's Batman.
So yeah, Dick's running across the rooftops thinking, I take a lot of liberties. I tell myself they're justified, but that's what everyone tells them. Isn't that what everyone tells themselves?
I mean, that's true. It is.
Yeah. Does anyone wake up thinking, today I'm going to cross the line?
Yeah, probably not. All right, and then he's looking in the... Oh, no, he blew the window out because he put that, stuff on it.
He says, I'm looking for officers Hannity and James. Yeah, that'd be them now as he crashes through what's left of the window.
Yep. They start shooting.
We didn't do nothing wrong. We didn't answer any questions as they open fire.
Yep. They're saying, we're the good guys.
But yeah, Dick's like, man, they got a ton of stuff because they've been stockpiling for months. I remind myself that it'll take one bullet to permanently end my career. And to remind Hannity, that's been true for nearly my whole life.
But then, that's James, and he's wearing some goofy suit. I don't know. Is this something that Lex Luthor cooked up?
Well, he said, Dick said it's a Metropolis SCU suit, so it's the Metropolis Special Crimes Unit, because, there's going to be a lot of superpowered villains wandering that town, so.
This is true.
Yeah, I think Metropolis's cops have the biggest budget for good reason.
Although you feel like they have Superman, the Metropolis cops don't. But Superman is but one man.
That's right. But Dick's like, how'd you get that? And the guy, internet.
That is even more true now than it was in 2003.
Oh,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet, that is for sure.
So yeah, he shoots some kind of he ties Dick up. Dick's getting free when Hannity gets hit from with a blowgun dart from behind.
Yeah.
And we see, oh look, a new tarantula.
Okay, I would just like to say those pants only stay up because this is a comic book. Look how low those pants are.
Or unless you want to say whatever's holding Dick's mask on is holding those pants up. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess she has spirit gum or whatever on her pants.
Yeah, because I mean, how low are those pants under her belly button?
So low. So low. I mean, look, you can basically see all of the joint where your leg connects to your hips. So that's really low.
I was gonna say, can you wear underwear that won't be seen? I don't know.
I don't know. Also, I mean, this isn't specific to Tarantula. This is kind of a general thing with a lot of female.
Yes.
But why would you leave all of this unprotected? I mean, there's kind of a lot of important things in your chest cavity that you should not leave it totally bare.
That shirt could be a little longer, but wasn't that a fashion trend around this time? Is like women showing their bellies off or whatever?
Yeah, like a crop top. Yeah, but you shouldn't wear a crop top to go fight crime.
But I mean that shirt's almost basic. It's almost like a tarantula bikini top.
Right. I mean, I'm saying, yeah, if you want to wear a crop top, go for it. But you got to wear a crop top to the right place. Wear a crop top to the club. You can wear a crop top on a date. Like, you wouldn't probably want to wear a crop top to go to church with your grandma. And you should not wear a crop top to go fight crime, thereby leaving the vast majority of your internal organs completely exposed.
I know, and Lilith and I not too long ago, we covered that, when Catwoman got a new series around this time, and that's when Selena first got that costume with the goggles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Completely covered head to toe, except for, of course, the bottom of the face.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, and I said, that's my favorite Catwoman suit, and it's practical, it looks good and it's practical.
Yeah, at least with the Batgirls, they've done a good job of them at least covering the body. I mean, that's why I partially think Cass kind of has the best outfit the most practical outfit out of everybody. Everything's covered, even her whole face.
Yes.
Which is as it should be. Everything should be covered. Because then you're not leaving errant hairs around that someone could trace back. Also, you're all protected. Kind of thing. But yeah, Huntress, they would sometimes do the thing with the middle. I mean, I don't really think it's a great idea with Supergirl and Power Girl, but at least they're bulletproof.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, Tarantula is just a human. There's way too much important stuff that's totally unprotected.
And pretty new at this. And I'm like, well, doesn't she have FBI? I'm sure the FBI wasn't like, oh yeah, leave half your body exposed.
No, absolutely not. I mean, if you wore a bulletproof vest, that stuff's all covered. So that was my one thing is it's just so not practical. And it's annoying that, like I said, it's not a particular issue with Tarantula. She's just the example in this. But it's so annoying when they're like, oh, we have to make these so sexy. And obviously, Catwoman is very sexy. You don't have to, you can be sexy with your body covered.
Oh, yeah.
But this, I'm like, that's such a terrible costume.
But was this Devin? But was this Devin in the art team's way of subtle way of saying, hey, watch out for her, she's trouble, kids?
I mean, maybe, but with an outfit like that, it feels like she's more likely going to be trouble for herself.
Well, she was trouble for Dick, yeah. So she's basically distracts him long enough so Dick can knock over the guy in the suit, take out the suit.
He's like, there's a new cape? I wasn't gone that long.
Hello, she's like, is that a cyborg? He's like, no, it's just a guy in a fancy suit. But yeah, she dives out the window. Dick goes after her.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay, he's calling the ambulance. I'm kind of surprised he didn't try to like take that dart, but I guess the ambulance is gonna need to know with that dart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already done whatever damage it's gonna do.
That's true.
But yeah, he calls Barbara, and he's like, but he's like, yeah, what can you tell me about the newest mask wearer in the Bludhaven Rooftop Express? She's like, well, I can tell you he's good. He's very, very good. But when he's bad, he's like, no, I mean a new one. This one's a she. But she's like, oh, I thought you were gonna be going after those Bludhaven shut-ins. He's like, yeah, but then this new cape decided to show up. New cape. Meanwhile, she's not wearing a cape. She's hardly wearing anything. She's got poison darts. Haven't had time to analyze them. Hey, now that I think about it, she's got some kind of Tarantula tribute thing going on in her costume.
This part makes me a little bit sad. How Barbara's like, and now you're chasing her, and then.
But yeah, she said she hasn't heard anything. Yeah, he's like, you sound kind of down or something. She's like, I'm fine, just busy. He's like, you sure? Well, sure. Well, you gotta make your track record with girls in costume isn't exactly. She spilled a drink on the computer.
Yeah, I mean that was the part that, like.
Well, you know, Huntress.
Right, I know that was what they're referring to, but that's like.
Yeah, but it's Dick. He's not gonna jump into bed with someone, 5 minutes after he meets them, though, too.
Well, I mean, they kind of had him do that with Huntress in that miniseries.
Yeah, I mean, was that their first meet? I guess.
I kind of forget.
You know your track record with women in costume when Devin's rating them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just. It's sad because it's like they're dating. They're in a relationship right now. I mean, it's one thing. I mean, he wasn't dating anyone when that thing happened with Huntress.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. It's just kind of. I don't know. I guess I just don't really like it when they.
I mean, yeah, they're doing it for drama, but I mean, I know several writers did write that. Barbara did feel kind of insecure, just being trapped in the wheelchair and stuff. And
I know, but but that kind of annoys. I feel like Barbara would not be that jealous and that insecure, and I don't know. Yeah, but some writers did a better job than. I mean, I feel like when the writers do a good job, Barbara isn't like, oh, it's sad I'm in a wheelchair. She's like, whatever, I still kick ass.
Exactly.
Whether I'm in a wheelchair or not. It's like it's not as though her life ended because she's in a wheelchair. And I don't know, it's just kind of annoying when people are like, maybe he's like not gonna love me as much. Like, no, that's not Barbara Gordon.
They're just playing it for drama.
Right. So that part I was like, that part it kind of made me sad. That's like what you trust your boyfriend so little that your first instinct is like, oh no, it's a female. I'm gonna lose him. It's like, I mean, I can understand having those irrational feelings, but I don't know. I feel like to say something is different and not cool.
Again, they're just playing it up for the drama of it all.
Right. Because I feel like if you're so nervous that you think you're going to lose, it's just a random new cape that popped up. If you're so nervous that you're going to lose your significant other to the first person that comes along, then like, why are you dating them? I mean, why would you be in a relationship if you're that insecure about it? If you trust them that little.
And to think how little you think of him. Did he even say she's attractive? Didn't he just say, oh yeah, it's a female?
Yeah, right.
That's like Barbara. You don't even know how she, you don't even know if she's attractive or not, or
I mean, I guess you can kind of see her on there, but yeah. But yeah, she's just like, oh, it's a woman and you're chasing her. And he's like, yeah, she has poison darts. And I want to. And also, like, I don't know. I feel like if another vigilante showed up in town, wouldn't you want to know something about them?
Exactly.
I don't know.
But yeah, Dick seems the loser, but then he's like, wait a minute. If I were just like a second generation Tarantula protege, where would I go to play hide and seek? So he finds her clinging to the other side of that ledge.
Yep. Just like us.
As he comes down, hanging upside down off his rope. Hi again.
All right.
Forgive me, I don't feel like we were properly introduced back there. I'm Nightwing. She's like, Tarantula. I love how she's like, I'd shake your hand, but I don't know how much these suction cups can hold. He's like, wait a minute, I'm pretty good. So he's checking her, basically hanging on to her. And he's like, let me check these equipment. Oh, these hold 400 or 500 pounds easy.
Yep. And then, yeah, she hits him in the face.
Yep.
I mean, again, that's like kind of a weird thing. I mean, I assume they're doing it so he can like try to be intimidating or whatever, but
and if nothing else, I'd be afraid, if you slap him, what if he like pulls you off the building? What if he even accidentally pulls you off that building?
I just feel like it would have been better if they had just had him continue to hang upside down.
That, yeah.
On his own thing.
But she's like, who do you think you? He's like, I'm the protector of this city. I know how arrogant that sounds. They definitely operate outside the law sometimes. But I also know that I've trained hard to do this work and that I fully understand the complexities of this job. I have experience, I have motive, and I have backup. As insane as it sounds to be out here at all, I'm the closest you'll get to the real thing. And I'm asking you, Tarantula, who do you think you are?
Yeah, isn't this like a Dirty Harry line or something?
I don't know. But he's like, you got experience not in Bludhaven. Oh, no, she says, you've got experience, well, not in Bludhaven. I grew up here. I prayed for some kind of protector every damn night for 19 years. We had no one. She's like, before you tell me all the right to, and then he hears gunfire.
Which I suppose she does have a point. I mean, if you're operating outside the law, you can't tell anybody else not to.
But again, he just doesn't want to see her get hurt or killed.
Right. So then, like he says, first I'm worried about new Tarantula. That's a bad that she's gonna get hurt. That's a Batman thought. Then I'm worried she might be an enemy. That's a Batman thought. Then I finally realized maybe she'll be helpful.
Yeah, because he says
that's a Robin, Nightwing, Dick Grayson thought.
Yep. My thought. 2.5 seconds in, but better than nothing. So yeah, they take down these guys who are basically shooting at each other from two driving cars. And the cops show up. And then they go in the alley, and she goes, the post-battle alleyways, you're cue to inform me that the streets are no place for a novice, right? He's like, well, how about this? If the court inquiry goes well, the Bludhaven PD is going to be on a recruitment drive. I'll do everything I can to help you start a career in law enforcement. And you'll leave this side of the blue line to me. Then we get another page of flashbacks as he goes, I don't know if she bought it, but she went to think it over. So when is... I don't know when this flashback is supposed to be taking place.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's when he decides to become a cop.
I guess, yeah, because Bruce is like, you'll be safe out there, right? Because it looks like Tim's sitting there in the background. So I'm like,
yeah, I mean, Robin's sitting there, and yeah, it looks like he has pants. So
yeah, and a 2-colored cape. Yeah, it looks like Tim. So I was just like, so he's already Nightwing.
Yeah, so I think it must be when he goes.
Maybe, yeah, when he's gonna become a cop. Yeah.
I know, which is kind of funny. I guess it's because Batman feels like he has more control over the vigilante stuff, but it's like he's more worried about him being a cop when he has, like, you know.
Well, it's because of the gun. Because Bruce has a
Right.
trauma about guns that he's never addressed.
Right, but I mean, when he's asking, like, you'll be safe, I don't know,
Yeah.
I feel like being a cop is safer than being a vigilante. I mean, because not everything a cop does is chasing after megalomaniacal clowns. I mean, sometimes you're a cop and you have to write parking tickets or catch people who are speeding.
I just think Bruce is just like, hey, you know, you're a vigilante, you swing in, you punch a couple guys in the face, you swing out. You know, as a cop, you're going to be sitting there for 8 hours or more. And, you know, in a corrupt city like Bludhaven, the guy, you know, who you think has your back might be the guy who shoots you in the back.
And I suppose Bruce's other things, again, since he doesn't have as much control of it, is like, I know you're trained as a vigilante, but your cop training is not as good as your vigilante training.
Well, I think he even made the point. I think he made the point at one time where he was just like, yeah, make sure your vigilante training doesn't shine through too much, or, you know, you might expose yourself.
But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of, yeah, I don't know. It kind of brings up the mixed feelings. And I think it's partially because we know the bad stuff that happens in fewer than 20 issues. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, I think this is a little bit Batman rubbing off in that, you know, oh, there's another vigilante in the city. I have to know who they are and this kind of stuff. Because, I mean, you don't have to be responsible for Tarantula. She's an adult. I mean, you can just let her do her thing and you do your thing. Like, you don't have to interact at all.
True.
But, you know, that's not really how they... I mean, you know that's not how they're going to do it in comic books. I mean, the logic of comic books is if another vigilante comes in, you have to be together. Because, like, why would they invent a vigilante for you to meet once and be like, hey, what's up? And then, like, they go off and do their own thing and are never seen again.
Yeah, but if she gets shot and killed or something, Dick's going to feel guilty about that. Like, oh, I could have done more.
Right, I know. I'm just saying you don't need to because it's not your fault.
I know. But, and again, too, I mean... At this point, well, I think at this point, I don't think Jason's back yet. So, of course, they're all, you know, him, Bruce, they're all thinking, oh, God, I could have did something different. Jason didn't have to die.
Yeah, I don't think Jason comes back till, like, 2006.
It's something like that. Yeah. It's, 2005, 2000. Yeah, it's around the time when Marvel decided to bring the Winter Soldier, or Bucky back as the Winter Soldier. Coincidence?
I don't know. We'd have to ask Superboy Prime. Anyway, at least it ends.
Yeah, he goes.
It ends awesomely.
Yeah, he goes to see Barbara. I've seen too much to be Robin. I'm still too optimistic to be Batman. Yep. I'm Nightwing. I'm Officer Dick Grayson. I'm Barbara's boyfriend. Bruce is Wayne's adopted son, and the last living member of the Amazing Flying Graysons. I'm happy.
Oh.
But yeah, Barbara's like, did you see the news? Your DA indicted 56 Bludhaven officers this afternoon and recommend that another 72 voluntarily retire.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And she's like, that's going to make you feel good. It's what you've been working towards this whole time you've been in Bludhaven. And where's he at? Fell asleep on the couch. He can, after 75 issues, he can finally rest.
Also, because he feels safe at Barbara's house.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he can fall asleep. So yes, with this one, I really like the beginning, and I really like the ending. And there's some good things, and like generally in the middle, there's just a couple things that kind of annoy me.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
I don't know. I just felt like they kind of did Barbara dirty by her immediately being like, "Oh no, I feel so jealous and insecure that just because this random lady wearing a crop top popped up that I'm gonna lose you."
I mean, I know it's like the thing to do like an oversized issue, you know, on stuff that's like divisible by 25. But it's so this 75 was so weird because it was oversized, but it's like you didn't get a ton of action. You didn't get a lot of the emotional stuff you like. So I'm just like, did this happen?
This did not need to be an oversized issue. And if they were going to make it a regular size issue, then I would have cut out some of the weirdness with it. And then see, I feel like we could have made it a perfect issue by making it normal size. Then we could have cut out some of the awkward stuff, you know, like just not had Barbara XO jealous and insecure, because I don't think that's who Barbara is.
It almost seems like that European trip should have extended another issue, and this one should have been the one to wrap it up, and maybe like gone into the trial and the everything. So
yeah,
it almost seems like, oh hey, the trip's over already. Oh well, we need stuff to fill 70 oversized 75.
Like I said, the cute stuff at the beginning and the stuff at the end was good.
Yeah.
Then some of it, it wasn't like any sort of big thing.
Well, that was probably another problem with the whole Barbara thing. They needed stuff to fill the middle of the issue, so that's another reason we probably got that drama too.
For real.
It was still good.
I mean, it was good, but and that's the other thing is I feel like you were saying with the European trip, I feel like that should have brought them closer. Because, I mean, yes, I realized she wasn't on it with him, but she was helping cover for him and that kind of stuff. And, you know, it was like always talking to her while he was in Europe. And she even talked to Mary Redhorn and stuff. So it felt like they were in a really good place after that. And then I think the other thing that bothers me is Barbara is getting all kind of like nervous and jealous in that moment, and they don't have Dick recognize it immediately. I mean, I feel like maybe that's kind of without them saying, oh hey, that's kind of a little bit what's going on at the end when he is like
definitely
showing up. So it like kind of compensates for it, but at the same time I feel like I would have been less annoyed if he had said something like, you know, sweetie, she's got nothing on you, or, you know, just something that he, you know, recognized it. Because, like, he comes and gives her the flowers, so I think she can, like, say it, or can tell. But it's not like Dick's bad with words. I mean, he would have but he fell asleep, but, you know, he would have an easy time saying, you know, like, don't worry, you're so awesome and tarantulas suck compared to you, kind of thing.
I mean, for the most part, I like Devin's run, but I mean, looking back at it, does it almost seem like, you know, it starts at 71, we get the whole rape thing at 93. It's like, is it almost like things are going downhill slowly, where it's like, you know, Barbara keeps getting more jealous, and, you know, Dick's giving her reasons to be suspicious, and
yes, I mean, I think it just gets back to one of the things that we've said before. I mean, it was awesome that Dick had his own issue, but I don't think, I mean, honestly, even when Chuck Dixon was writing it, I don't think the writing on Nightwing was ever as good as the writing on like Robin or the Birds of Prey. Or whatever. And I shouldn't say I don't know. And the writing, I mean, it makes it sound like it's not like these people can't write or whatever. I don't know. They just took the story, or the editor. Well, and some of what we now know is the editors told them to, at least with Devin, but they told them to take the story in weird directions that didn't entirely make sense.
Yeah, that might be.
Because, one of the weird things that I think we asked Devin about it once before. And she said that, you know, we're going to read it when we do, you know, Deathstroke month or whatever. But part of the reason she had to do that long extended Renegade arc was because they said, we don't want him to be in his Nightwing costume. I'm like, what? I mean, that's, I mean, how are you supposed, like, when you get given an order like that, what are you supposed to do? I mean, that's really difficult. That's really difficult to deal with. So,
it's like, a lot of times editorial stuff gets in the way. And again, when they change course in the last minute because Dick was supposed to die, and then, oh, hey, never mind, he's not going to die.
Yeah, so I feel that sometimes it wasn't really the writer's the writer's fault. They were given weird orders, but it's like there are. I mean, I think the ending of it when Tomasi took over the book, the original Nightwing one, that's awesome. I'm of course biased though because it involves the Cloisters Museum, and I think there are a number, and like of course Dixon's issue 25 is really good, but like I'm not a huge fan of the Dixon's run with when Huntress comes. I think it's kind of weird, and stuff. So it's not like I don't know. It's like I'm not overly in love with a lot of the stuff that happened in the original Nightwing series. Like some of it, you're kind of like, like some of it's really weird. Some of it's really weird and bad, like Dick cheating on Starfire in that annual of which we dare not speak its name. But a lot of the stuff is just like, like it was okay. Kind of thing. Whereas I think when Dick was in New Teen Titans, there are a lot of issues where you don't say, "Oh, that was okay." You're like, "That was great. That was a really good issue." And I think a lot of the issues since the reboot, once he got back from Grayson, have been like that. That you're not just like, "Oh yeah, that was okay." You're like, "Oh, that was really good."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if their problem is like they don't feel like they can write him as Mr. They're like, oh, there's no drama if you write him perfect every issue. It's just, but it's like you can do
right, and I get that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because of how I am. It's just weird to me that I get it. They're like, we don't want him to be perfect, so we're gonna throw weird sexual things in.
I know. Well, it's like you can give him drama, but without like doing character assassination too. So
no, it's like it doesn't always have to be. I mean, it's a comic book. Isn't the drama supposed to be, like the villains and stuff?
I know, but I don't know. A lot of times they like to give the heroes some kind of drama in their life, or
right. Sometimes it almost feels like they tried to lean too hard into, oh, he's a 20-something young adult, so like what's going on in 20-something young adult lives that sometimes kind of like what would happen with the Teen Titans back in the 60s, where you read it now and they use all this antiquated slang. And you're like, no teenager ever talked like that. It was like they were trying too hard to appeal. They were like, hello, fellow youths, kind of thing. Sometimes it's like, hello, fellow 20-somethings.
Well, yeah, and it's like themes that keep coming up for ever since the 90s. I don't know if they're completely over it, where it's just like they think, oh, well, people in their 20s would never be in a committed relationship for more than a couple months at a time, or
yeah. Whereas he was in a committed relationship with Starfire for like 10 real person years or something.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a long time. So. Yeah, but I don't think that when I first started, I was like, I love those Europe issues, and there are some really good things that happen, but overall, I don't know, I just don't think that it's sad, but I don't think that the Nightwing series was as strong as some of the others. Sometimes I think it was kind of like with Dido, or however you say that, they meaning like the people up above, didn't totally know what they wanted to do with Dick, and so they kind of meddled in ways they shouldn't have.
But again, like this issue, it didn't need to be oversized, and I don't know if they got bored or what, but
they just wanted to make more money because they could charge you more when it's oversized.
Yeah, because I mean, what was the big payoff of 70? Well, the only payoff was like all those cops got indicted. That was it. I think there was more bang for your buck in those European issues.
Yeah, because you were in Europe and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right, are we done?
Yeah, now it's depressing and sad.
All right, well, cheer up, because next week we're gonna get them some more positive stuff. Not only will we be covering the first 4 issues of Grayson by Tim Seeley, yay, But we'll also have new issue Superman, Son of Kal-El, #9, part 2 of that crossover.
Yeah. You know what else happens next week, Phil?
What?
My birthday.
Oh, that's right. Oh, send your wishes, kids.
My birthday is the same day the comics come out. Happy birthday to me.
Send your Dick Grayson diggity dankest wishes to Kristen.
Also, March 8th is International Women's Day. So, yay for all of us women. Woohoo. Diggity dank.
Yay. Birthday comics, International Women's Day.
Diggity dank.
Nice. All right. And then I know, kids, you think, how can it get any better? Well, and then in 2 weeks, we'll be doing Grayson's 5 through 8 and annual #1, and we'll have another new issue, Nightwing #90.
What?
It's another Nightwing team up with Nightwing and the Flash.
Yay, Wally!
Yay.
My only sadness about the Wally one is that both issues are taking place in Nightwing, so we have to wait a whole month for the second part instead of getting the extra treat since the Superman one is in both issues. So it's like we get an extra issue.
I know. Because I was like, I'll read the Flash book. That would be fine with me. All right. So, yeah, send your thoughts on all the Grayson issues, the new issues coming up. Like I said, Kristen birthday messages. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join the Nightwing fan group on Facebook. Find all the links to all the social medias for all the shows we do. We cover DC, we cover Marvel, we cover it all. Also, find links to the YouTube channel. We have every episode we do gets a video. Plus, we have more and more interviews going up there. Like I said, the Annie Chang from Peacemaker is up there. Me, Charlie, and Lilith just talked to Jed McKay, big Marvel writer. That's right, kids. Moon Knight.
Oh, and if you see the Batman, let us know what you think.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah. Because we'll
Sit
be
through all 3 hours.
Yes, kids. Did you make it through all 3 hours of the Batman? Let us know.
No.
Most importantly, if you can, please subscribe to our Patreon. Once again, we don't have any dead butlers leaving us money, so we're all paying for this ourselves. So every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you the exclusive content, early creator interviews, early access to creator interviews. Mr. DG Chichester talks to me and Lilith every month. You get early access to that.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
That's right. And again, Patreon only, the superhero movie brackets, the worst superhero movie. We're going to find it. Go subscribe now. Episode 2 of that is up. Round 2, Fantastic Four from 2015 and X-Men Apocalypse.
I have to say, as someone who so far has not seen any of the movies that have been involved, the competition is much fiercer than I expected.
Well, yeah, you're down in the dirt with the worst. Come on.
Well, yeah, but I didn't realize there were that many that were that bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
I thought it would be pretty clear which one the worst one is, and no.
There's an art form to these things. That's right. All right, so yes, subscribe to the Patreon or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, kids, let me get real with you. The best birthday present you can get, Kristen, is to go on Amazon and buy Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. That's the bestest gift you can give her.
It's very kind.
Hey, if Lilith Hellfire gives it her seal of approval, you know it's good, kids.
She has very discerning taste.
Yes, she does. Yeah, right. She works with me. How much discerning taste does she have? Anyway, yes, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. All right. Discerning taste. Thank you for joining us again in 1 week. Grayson 1 through 4, Superman, Son of Kal-El, #9, and our thoughts on the Batman. Vengeance.
Hey, did you know they have Batman pizza at Little Caesars?
I have seen the commercial. I heard some One of my other co-hosts was asking me about that on Saturday. He's like, "Have you tried it yet?" I'm like, "No, I went to."
I had one on Sunday, and I finished it today. It was.
Is it good?
I mean, like it's Little Caesar's pizza, so
Yeah.
But like it is kind of shaped like a bat, so And it's like pizza, and then 2 calzones are like the bat head kind of thing.
If you ate that, send us your review on that too, kids. All right, come back next time. Remember, do it same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. Watch out for them brunettes. The belly shirts.